What if a book existed that no one could read? A book filled with impossible machines, bizarre creatures, and a language no one speaks? What if it looked like it came from an alien world but was made right here on Earth? And what if, despite decades of study, no one could say for sure what it actually means? This is the enigma of the Codex Seraphinianus, a book so strange, so surreal, that even now, over 40 years after it was published, it continues to puzzle, inspire, and mystify. Hello and welcome to Old Topic. Today we unravel the mind-bending mystery of one of the strangest books ever created, the Codex Seraphinianus. Who made it, what does it mean, and why does it exist? The story begins in the late 1970s, in Rome, Italy. A man named Luigi Serafini, an Italian artist and architect, locked himself away for 2 years. During that time he filled over 360 pages with detailed, full-color illustrations of otherworldly beings, impossible architectures and dreamlike processes. He accompanied the images with handwritten text, but not in Italian or Latin or any known language. Instead, Serafini invented his own script, a flowing, cursive-like alphabet that no one has ever been able to decipher. Each page looks like a cross between a scientific encyclopedia, a futuristic field guide, and the fever dream of a surrealist painter. But here's the strange part, it feels like a real book. The Codex Seraphinianus is structured like a proper encyclopedia, divided into 11 chapters. One chapter appears to describe alien flora, another shows bizarre animals, like a deer morphing into a crocodile. Still others depict machines with no obvious function, imaginary physics, and societies of faceless, human-like creatures. There are even pages that look like recipes, fashion guides, or rituals from a civilization we've never encountered. So the question is, what is this book actually trying to say? From the moment it was first published in 1981, the Codex became a cult phenomenon. Artists saw it as a masterpiece of imagination. Linguists tried to decode the writing. Historians, scientists, and cryptographers all weighed in, offering theories ranging from alien contact to subconscious channeling. Some believed it was a code waiting to be cracked. They tried frequency analysis on the letters, searching for patterns. Others suggested the script mimicked the way children view books before they learn to read, full of meaning they can't yet understand. One professor even claimed the Codex was an encrypted satire of real encyclopedias, kind of mocking how knowledge is organized and consumed. But Serafini, the creator, remained silent for years. Then in 2009 he gave an interview and revealed something shocking: the writing system is meaningless. According to him, the language was designed to look readable without actually being readable. It was a visual illusion, a trick on the brain. He said he wanted to recreate the feeling he had as a child, looking at books in a language he couldn't yet read, but still understanding the emotion of the images. This confession only deepened the mystery. If the text has no meaning, then what's the point of the book? Some say Serafini is lying, that there is a hidden meaning but he doesn't want us to find it. Others argue that the Codex isn't meant to be decoded at all, that it's not a puzzle but an experience, a piece of art that speaks directly to the subconscious, bypassing rational thought. You don't read the Codex, you feel it. This idea touches on a deeper philosophical question: do books need to have meaning to be valuable? Or can a book be beautiful, powerful, even transformative, without making sense? Serafini's Codex really challenges our assumptions. In a world obsessed with explanations and answers, it offers mystery. In a culture built on language and logic, it invites us to embrace chaos and wonder. Many have compared the Codex Seraphinianus to another famous unreadable book, the Voynich manuscript, a 15th century codex written in an unknown language filled with strange botanical drawings. But while the Voynich may be a genuine historical puzzle, the Codex is a deliberate enigma, a creation of the modern mind designed to mimic the ancient and the alien. And yet, despite Serafini's claim that the writing is meaningless, some experts still aren't convinced. There are patterns in the script, repeating words, consistent grammar rules, structured paragraphs. Could it really be random, or is there a deeper system at work? A secret code that's still waiting to be cracked? Over the years, scholars have discovered certain features of the writing that suggest internal logic. For example, The numerals in the Codex can be counted and seem to follow a consistent base 21 number system. Others have noticed that specific words repeat only in certain chapters, as if tied to subject matter. Is it possible that Serafini created a language without meaning, but with rules? A form of proto-writing that simulates meaning, like a mirror held up to real language? If so, it raises questions about how we define communication itself. What makes a language real? Is it grammar, syntax, or shared understanding? Beyond its linguistic puzzle, the Codex Seraphinianus is also deeply symbolic. Some readers interpret the imagery as a critique of modern society, a world where machines dominate, identities blur, and knowledge is fragmented. Others see spiritual themes, evolution, even environmental warnings. The Codex becomes a Rorschach test. It reveals more about the reader than the writer. One of the most haunting images in the book shows two human figures making love, then slowly melting into a single form, which transforms into a crocodile. What does it mean? A metaphor for unity, for transformation, or simply the product of dream logic? In truth, the Codex Seraphinianus may be exactly what Serafini intended, a bridge between the rational and the irrational, the conscious and the unconscious. It invites us to let go of logic and swim in the surreal, to explore not just a fictional world, but the limits of our own perception. And perhaps that's the real purpose of the Codex, not to be solved, but to be experienced. So next time you see a book you can't read, don't turn away, look closer, let your imagination take over. Because sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones we don't fully understand. This is Old Topic, thanks for watching.